think I'm going to just start a podcast because honestly, I like to talk and I don't really know who else to talk to outside of myself. So why not talk to myself on a podcast? It just sounds like it makes more sense. Not really sure if people are going to listen to it. That's cool. If they don't, that's cool. It's for me. I want to see if I can genuinely do this. It's so funny. But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to start it, so I think that's what I'm going to do. But I don't really have anything really focused on cuz this is literally just I just thought of this. I'm not even sure if I want to put this one out first, but why not? I think practicing is important. I think you can learn a lot from practicing. But yeah, so pretty much life, life is lifing. You ever just feel really crazy some days? Because I am feeling that today. I'm genuinely feeling crazy. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing and I have so much to do and I feel like I'm running out of time and I don't have any time to do anything and I feel like I can never relax. I don't know. I'm just going through a really weird time right now. I feel like I've been going through this time for a couple of months. I want to say a year. Maybe not a couple of months, but it's been really weird the past couple of months. I'm genuinely confused about what's going on 90% of the time. And then when I do know what's going on, I'm never sure if I'm making the right decisions. I don't know if it's just me, maybe it's just me, but I definitely feel nuts, And it could be my transition because I'm transitioning into my 30s and I think this is another giant transition that people go through. You always go through transitions that change you into another version of yourself. As you get older, you go through one when you're a baby into maybe a 10-year-old, and then you go through another one when you turn into a teenager, and then you go through another one when you turn into an 18 to 19-year-old. Then you get into your 20s, and then that's a whole nother situation. Then you get into your mid-20s, that's a whole nother situation. Then your late 20s is another situation, and I'm in my late 20s, so I just feel every time I get older and I get into that group of people, it just spirals for a little bit. I always find my way, but it just eventually gets weird. I don't know. But it's getting weird today, for sure. This is one of those days. It's gonna happen multiple times, but it's getting there. It's getting to that point today. It's at its top right now. And I'm just hoping that it goes away because I enjoy it. I don't have a problem with feeling this way. It's cool, Emotions are cool, even when they're crazy. But it's just not it right now. It really isn't. I just got my period. I'm just feeling a lot of things right now. And I think I had coffee and I didn't drink water. I had to drink water after. I ate a banana, I woke up at 1:00 p.m. today. There's a lot going weird in my life right now. So I was just I need to get this out. I don't know how, I don't know in what way, but I need to get this out. Because if I keep this to myself, or if I just don't put it in a space where it can have its own life, I'm going to freak out. It just needed to be expressed in some type of way, and I couldn't think of anything. I literally couldn't think of how to put it out there. I just was I need to put this out here. I just don't know in what way. I had plans to do something else, and I'm probably still gonna do that thing, but I don't know. this is what I came up with. This was like the easiest, quickest thing to come up with because I just did not understand how to handle why I was feeling what I was feeling. And I still feel that way. I feel a little like jittery right now. I'm like bouncing off the walls. It's actually crazy. Like I feel like I want to like dance and like do backflips, and I can't do that because my back is terrible. So I'm just like, I'm a ball of energy, but I'm also a ball of depression right now. If that makes sense, you know? That's why I hate, like, I feel like being a girl is like so stressful sometimes. I'm sure it's stressful for men too. Like, don't get me wrong, there are things that men go through that women will never experience, I'm sure. But like getting your period just like throws you into overdrive. It like freaks your body out. And if you haven't been taking care of yourself in like the best ways, you know, you haven't been drinking enough water, you haven't been eating healthy enough, you haven't been cooking well enough for yourself, you know, like you're spending a lot of money, anything that's gonna cause you anxiety, that shit ends up causing you anxiety. Like it literally ends up causing you anxiety like when your period comes. It's so crazy. Like I feel like my brain keeps going blank every like 5 minutes. I feel like a fucking squirrel. Like, and it could be because I didn't eat anything really. Like I had a banana, I had some coffee, and then I had a yogurt. And that's all I've had so far. I woke up like 4 hours ago. I just do that sometimes. Sometimes I just like don't eat, and then I started working. So for me, that's like not that big of a deal. You know, I live like this on a normal basis, but I think because I got my period today, it just like, it spiraled me a little bit, you know? I got some packages in that kept me calm for a couple of hours. You know, I put things together. I just bought a new laptop, so I like got the cover today, or I got the cover a while ago, but I just like opened it today. And that's it. Like, that was the joy. That was the joy that I got from today so far. Like, there's no other joy outside of that. I'm hoping there's more joy later, but right now, that's the best we can do. That's the best we're working with. But seriously, like, honestly, like, adulting is mad ghetto. Like, it's so crazy. I, like, moved out of my apartment, my parents' place, like, what is it, December? About, like, 3 months ago. In September, I like moved into my new apartment. This is my first time living alone. And it's just like such a weird experience for me. I think it's because I've like been home for such a long time, but I've also like been bouncing around at the same time. Like I've always had like home, which was my parents' place, but like I also like stayed at people's places a lot, like when I would hang out with them, or like just like I would just find ways to not be home for long periods of time. That was just how I was. Like I did not like being home. I didn't like the lack of freedom that I had. I didn't like the lack of opinion I could have. I didn't like that there was so many rules, you know? I didn't like that I couldn't be myself in my own home. It like made me so crazy for a while. And part of the reason why I did it was because it's expensive as fuck to like live on your own. And I knew this, and I'm glad that I waited because I got to do so much because I didn't have to worry about spending money on rent. But at the same time, it like definitely stunted me in certain ways. Like I was able to reflect a lot internally, but like externally, experiences that like people have when they grow up is like, some of them are just like, oh, I gotta do this now. Like, oh man, like saving money is literally like so hard. Because I am one of those people who spend money when I'm sad. I am that person. I like to buy things when I'm sad. I don't enjoy having that part of myself, but I also do because I get really cute things. I have really niche things. I mean, look at that. Look at that right there. Like that's literally a watermelon purse. And I did that because I was just like, yo, I want to buy something. I haven't bought anything for myself and I'm kind of like feeling low energy. Let me just get something for myself. And then I did. And it's a cute bag. It's a really cute bag. It was expensive, but it was a cute bag. It's a cute bag, you know? I can't argue with myself on this, you know? So yeah, it's just like little things like that. Like I have to learn how to save money. I have to learn how to cook at home. Oh my gosh. Cooking at home is so exhausting. Like, I've done it before many times, but having to do it consistently to save money is really like, that's like the ghettoest shit. I can't, like, in this economy, unfortunately, we have to like, we have to work 40 plus hours, and then we also have to like cook at home because buying groceries is cheaper than buying Uber Eats every single day, which is fucking crazy because groceries are still fucking expensive. But the fact that there's like a service that gives you food that's even more expensive is really fucking insane. Like, I bought like maybe, I don't want to say 10, but roughly 10 to 15 under 20 items, and I got a discount, and the only reason why it ended up being like, it was like $200. And that's crazy because I had a discount. Like, why? I didn't even get anything crazy. I literally got like cereal, maybe some like burgers, like bread, like regular shit, like regular ass shit, like the standard shit. I got it from Acme. Acme's not even that expensive compared to like ShopRite or any other place. So the fact that like I spent so much on very little is insane, because I remember like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, when I would go to a grocery store, I would get like a few things and it was like so cheap. It was basically like $30. Now, like, you get a few things, it's gonna be like $50 to $60. Insane, insane. So I'm trying to adjust to that, and cooking at home like is really exhausting. Like, I have cast iron, like, pans, and anyone who knows about cast iron knows that it's heavy as fuck, and you're not supposed to soak it. You're supposed to season it, which basically means like you're supposed to like oil it up so the flavors are like better or something like that. But it's so fucking heavy. Like, and it's so hard to clean. It's so fucking hard to clean. I hate it sometimes. I'm like, I love this pan. I genuinely do, because I know it's gonna last me forever. I can put it in the oven. It's so versatile. I can like do so many different things with it. I can like bake with it, you know, different things. It gets hot really fast. It leaves my food like hot for a long time, longer than like a regular pan. If you cover it, like, you'll have warm food for at least an hour. It's great. It's a great pan, right? It's just cooking with it. It's heavy. So if you're like mixing something and then you like you need to pour it into something else, I have to use like two hands because it's like a bigger pan. It's not like a small pan. I have a small pan too, but that's heavy. But I usually use the bigger pan, and I have to use two hands. I like tried to pick it up one time with my wrist and like my bone popped out. I don't know. It might be because I'm double jointed in my wrist. I'm not 100% sure, but I had to like pop it back in because it was so heavy. And I was like, oh, I got it. I'm pretty strong. Like, I'm not that strong, but like, I believed in myself. And I was like, oh yeah, this should be fine. This should be totally fine. And it wasn't. Like, I was struggling and my wrist hurt for like at least an hour after I did that. But yeah, it's heavy. And then when you're done cooking, you have to like make sure, like, at least for me, I put oil. I started doing this recently. I didn't do this when I first got it, but I put oil on it to like keep it moist for when I have to clean it, because if you leave food stuck on it, it gets like, it's so hard. It's so hard to scrub off. And I know you're not supposed to soak it. I'm a dumb bitch. I know you're not supposed to soak it, but sometimes I leave food on it for like a day or two, and depending on what I'm using, like if I'm cooking eggs or something in it, it'll stick so much to the pan that scrubbing it is like you need like something so strong to like scrub that stuff off. So I just let it soak for like a couple of like hours, maybe a day. I know I shouldn't be doing that because it makes it rust faster. I know, I looked it up. But at the same time, I can't be struggling like that because I'm not that strong, one, and I'm just not in the mood to try to have to worry about that. I'm just not. I'm not in the mood to spend like 30 minutes just like trying to get this stuff out by scrubbing. Because I did that. I literally tried to do that and it was exhausting me. Like I used 3 different sponges, so many things, because the stuff was stuck on there so much. I think it's because I cooked like sausages and eggs in it, and I used like seasonings and stuff and oil and all that stuff, and I guess it's stuck on there so well because of the fat from the sausages and stuff and the oil and all that stuff. It just like made it so hard to like come off, so I had to leave it soaked for a little bit, and it came off very easily. I'm not gonna do that often, so I'm now learning that oiling it after I cook it will keep, even if there's food residue on it, it'll keep it looser to like clean it. But it's still really difficult to clean, but it's really good. The pans are really good. I got it from I forgot the name of that company. Hold on. Oh, Our Place. I got it from Our Place. Our Place actually has like a lot of good shit. It's expensive, but if you buy like bits and pieces like one by one, you can get discounts. It'll save you money. They have sales. But their stuff is really good quality. It like lasts a long time. So that's what I got. I got like a couple of pans from there. I got a pot from there. I got like a tray, like a baking sheet from there. It's pretty cool because you can also use it as a skillet. It's like multi-use. All of their stuff is like multi-use. Their glasses, I got like drinking glasses from them. Thick, good quality, pretty. They're like pink. I love them. I love them so much. They're smooth. You know, like that smooth glass that you get when you fucking like buy like good shit. Great stuff. They have great stuff. I want to get some more stuff from them, but they're pricey, so I gotta wait. I know they just had a sale, but that was still not enough. That sale was not strong enough for me to spend the money, you know? That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, like adulting is like stressing me out because like between having to cook all the time, like you have to wash the dishes, and that's a whole nother thing. I'm like thinking about getting a portable dishwasher. I seen someone on TikTok who had a portable dishwasher. I forgot his name. He like wears pink all the time. Like he's so cute, love him. But he's like a teacher, he's young, he has blonde hair. If I could remember his name, I wish I could, but he literally like makes videos of him like doing like everyday things, and one of the everyday things that he does is he will wash his dishes and he'll put some of it in the dishwasher. And I was like, oh my gosh, they have something like that? I had no idea that they even had something like that. I was like, I never knew that they had a portable dishwasher. Who would have thought that they would make something like that? That's genius. It's so good. Like when I saw that, I was like, I need to get it. It's pricey. It's like in the 200s, so I gotta save for that. You know, you gotta save when you live alone. But yeah, I had to look that up after I saw it because I was like, dude, washing dishes fucking sucks. It's not that big from the one that I saw. Like you can put like plates and bowls in there, forks and spoons, you know, utensils, but you can't put like pots, like big pots in there because it's too small. So that you still have to clean yourself, but why not? Like if I'm cleaning like 4 dishes instead of like 10 to 15, cool. Like I'm so much happier. Like I don't care. I genuinely don't give a shit. So that happened. I saw that and I was like, okay, I gotta like save for that. But yeah, making all those dishes every day between like taking care of yourself, going to work, making sure you're on time for work, making sure you eat well, making sure you take care of your body, like if you work out or go to the gym, anything like that. And then on top of that, you have to cook for yourself, and then you have to wash all the dishes every day if you want to save money. What the fuck? I had like a culture shock in like moving out. I don't know. Like I didn't expect to be like so like annoyed with being by myself. I think that's also what it is too, because I live alone. I don't live with anyone. I don't think I can. Like I thought about it. I've dated people and I've been in their homes for like long periods of time, and it was just like, I can't do this. Like, even like the last person I was dating, my ex, he like has a roommate, and it's like cool, like she's cool, but like at the same time it's like I don't want to live with anyone. You know, I don't think anyone really wants to live with another person 100%. I think some people do it because financially, most of the time people do it because of finances. You know, some people do it because like they love the person that they're rooming with, sure, but and other people do it because they don't want to be alone, right? But like for me, I'm just like, I feel all of those things. I have all of those reasons, but I just don't want to live with another person. It's just, I don't have the privacy that I'd want to have if I live with another person, because there are things, you know, like sure, like it doesn't matter who it is. Like it could be someone you're close to, it could be someone you don't know. At the end of the day, like there's always things about people that they don't agree with the way that you live, with the way that you handle things, with the way that you do things. And it's like, I'd rather not feel uncomfortable, and I'd rather not cause someone else to feel uncomfortable, right? Like, I don't want to do that, because then I'm going to feel uncomfortable knowing that I'm making someone else feel uncomfortable, because you just know, like, you know when you're making someone feel uncomfortable. You can feel it. Like, you can see it on someone's face. You can see it in their behaviors. You can see it in the way that they act and stuff, their mannerisms. So I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to be in a space to be uncomfortable, and I don't want to make someone else uncomfortable. And you kind of have to do that. You have to compromise when you live with another person. You have to meet each other in the middle, and you're not always going to agree. You're going to get into arguments, or you're going to get into disagreements, or you're going to feel some type of way. Like, especially with me, like, I'm very like, I'll say certain things, especially if I'm living with you. Like, if I see you all the time, I'm comfortable enough with you to tell you, like, I don't want to do this, or I need you to do this, I need you to do that. And obviously that'd be told to me too. I don't want to hear it, and I don't want to give that to other people. I don't want to tell anyone to do that. So I'd rather just like live by myself. I'm like, it's cool. I'll just live by myself. Not a big deal. Do what I gotta, you know? And it's cool, but it's creepy. Like, it's really fucking creepy living alone. No one told me that. I've talked to a couple of people, like my brother, he lived alone for a while, and he was like telling me, at first when he told me, I was like, why don't you want to live with anyone? Because he had so many friends. So I was confused why he chose to live alone and not live with anyone, or even like live with the person he was dating. And he was just like, nah, I want to live alone. Like, I don't want to live with nobody. Like, I want to be able to like walk around my house like butt ass naked. And I was like, valid, but like, who the fuck's doing that? Like, I don't want to do that. I haven't done that. I've been here for 3 or 4 months. I still haven't done that because that's just like so uncomfortable. I don't know. Some people are nudists naturally. I am not one of those people. But I was just like, okay. But he'd never told me how like uncomfortable it feels to live alone. Like, I have like a decent space, and the building that I live in or the house that I live in is like pretty old, but it's like good. It's like solid walls. The heat stays in when you keep all the windows closed. You know, like when you leave the windows open, the breeze really blows through the apartment. It's great. There's enough space to like do things and not feel boxed in, which is great. Like, I can walk around and feel great about the space, you know, because I was in like such a small room at my parents' house for so long that like I was like, I need space. If I move somewhere, I need space. That's another reason why I didn't want to live with another person, because like I'm not gonna have enough space for me. Like, I'm gonna have to share my spaces with another person. Like, I'm not gonna get a bathroom that's a 2-bathroom apartment, because that just costs way more money. Like, especially where I live, it's expensive. So I was like, I just like would rather have a bigger space, because it's nice, you know? It's nice to be able to walk around, work out. I work out in my house. Like, I have the space to work out in my house. I have the space to cook and move around when I'm cooking. Like, you know, like I have the space to like have a little like desk to do my work or activities in. I haven't really used it, but at least I have that. I have my space to like read a book if I want to read a book. And it's just like, you can't do that in a small space, and it's limited when you're with another person. So I was just really adamant on having that space. But again, because I have so much space, it's really fucking creepy. It's extremely creepy. It's like so creepy living by yourself. And I don't know if it's because I'm a girl. I think that's part of it. Like, the neighborhood that I live in, it's not bad. It's not a bad neighborhood. It's a really chill neighborhood. But for the most part, there was someone yelling yesterday, like arguing with his like girlfriend, wife, whatever the fuck they were, and he was screaming. He started screaming at like, I want to say 11 p.m. And then I think it was another person. I'm not gonna lie. I think it was another person. And then like at 3 a.m., almost 4 a.m., I hear screaming again, and now I hear a woman like screaming. I heard a woman screaming earlier, but I didn't know if that was a woman. I couldn't tell. But then this was clearly a female like arguing with her mans, like 100%. And yeah, but for the most part, this place is like chill. Like, the area is chill, but I still am like freaked out because it's an old building, because it's an old house. It'll creak. There's a lot of wood everywhere. So it'll make sounds sometimes. I'm on the ground floor and I have neighbors who live upstairs, and you can hear them like walking and like moving around, like moving things. That actually makes me feel safer, like knowing that I can hear them moving around. When I can't hear them moving around, it actually makes me more uneasy. But yeah, it's very silent. Like, this area is very, like, if you go outside, it's so silent. That's why I was so clearly able to hear someone screaming at their like significant other yesterday. But or this morning rather. But yeah, it's like, it's a little scary, and it gets really dark because there's a lot of, I like kind of live in the woods, but not really. So it's really dark outside. It's really dark in the apartment. I have like a nightlight in the kitchen, and that's it. I sleep with the light on in my room. I'll have like a little lamp or something. Like, I have a little like LED light just to keep it cute in my room, because I really can't sleep in pitch black darkness alone. That's insane. People who are able to do that, who live alone, are fucking scary, because why the fuck are you able to sleep in pitch black by yourself? That does not make sense. Like, and I'm not talking about people with pets, because like, you know, sometimes pets make people feel secure. I'm talking about with no pets. Like, it's just you and your things and your thoughts and the sounds that are coming out of the fucking house. It's like, how the fuck are you able to sleep like that? That scares me. That's psychotic to me. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm like horrified of the dark, so maybe that's why. But like, still, like, I just can't do it. So I'll have the TV on sometimes when I go to sleep. Very, very, very minimal like lights and sounds, but it has to be something. Like, it can't just be like completely dark, because if it is, I will freak out, and that's just not the wave for me. So I have to like pause for a second, but let me see. Yeah, I gotta pause. I'm like working right now, so let me just, I guess I could just let it run, I guess. I don't fucking know. I know, like, why the fuck did I decide to do this while I'm working? I think that's why people don't do videos and podcasts, like listening podcasts. They just do one or the other, because it's just like so much more work to do that. But I just want to do it this way because I bought a new laptop, like a new MacBook Pro, and I didn't fucking know, because like I haven't bought a MacBook Pro. I haven't had a new MacBook Pro since like 2012. So I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, they changed so much. Of course they did. It's been like a while. It's been like 11 years. But they got rid of the fucking USBs. Like, why would they do that? Like, who does that? Like, what the fuck? Why would you do that? Like, what is wrong with you? So now I have to get an attachment, and I just bought this microphone. Like, I had a microphone, but the sound on it wasn't that good, and I want to like record like music and stuff. So I was like, let me get this microphone. It's a little bit better. It has like good reviews, and it sounds great. But hold on one second. But yeah, so basically what I was saying is that they like cut it off. Like, oh, you know what? Oh my gosh, my brain. Like, do I have ADD? Do I have ADHD? But like, I just realized like I can edit it easier because like the sound is like cut off. But yeah, like, why would they do that? Like, I fucking hate Macs sometimes, or Apple, not Macs. I hate Apple. They're so fucking greedy. I just got like a new iPhone recently. Like, not new, my first iPhone. It's the 13. So I got it like almost a year ago. First of all, that shit was so fucking expensive for like an old ass phone. What are they on, like the 15th now or something like that? I was like, why is this so expensive? That's the first thing. And then second of all, like, they're fucking tracking every single thing that you do. Like, I know that they track everything that you do with like all phones. I get that. I totally understand that. But every single time like I look something up on this phone particularly, and I always ask the apps not to track anything. Sometimes I'll share my location because it's easier for me to find things that are around me instead of fucking like saying no and then like having to look in the vicinity of my area and then not being sure where the fuck it actually is. But I like will do that sometimes, but if I look something up, like it'll come up like within a matter of minutes. Like I will be watching something on like Hulu, wherever those like apps are. I mean, whichever app I'm on. And within like one commercial break, there's already like a fucking ad for what I just looked up. And I never looked it up before. So I'm just like, why the fuck are they tracking me? Like, what is wrong with you? Like, why are you doing this? Like, why are you letting me know at least? Like, I'd rather not know because like, I feel like a fucking idiot. Like, I can't do anything about it. I'm just like aware that you're fucking tracking me and you're listening to everything that I say and do. Like, it's just, it makes you feel weird. That's how people get crazy. That's how people turn paranoid. You know, I don't give a shit enough to like, get that crazy about it, but like, it could fuck with someone psychologically if they weren't like, mentally sound. So it's really fucked up that they do that and they don't give a shit that they do that. It's so crazy. And they're like, oh, you signed the permissions when you got the phone. When the fuck do they ever make you not do that when you get a phone? I've never heard, unless you get it from someone else. That's the only time. And even then, you still like signed up to have your shit listened to. So it doesn't even fucking matter if you buy it like secondhand. It's still gonna end up having the same like problems. It's just fucking weird. But like, I am pissed because now I have to buy all this extra shit for my MacBook. I literally found that out today. I bought this MacBook a week ago. I just got it. Well, I bought it like 2 weeks ago, but I just got it like a week ago or a week and a half ago. And, oh, excuse me, oh my gosh. And I was trying to record. Like, I was like, oh, I'm gonna start recording because I wanted to work on something else. And it just fucking, I looked on the side of it and I was like, what the fuck? Where the fuck is the USBs? Where's the ports for it? It's all USB-C now, as if we don't fucking use regular USBs anymore. I don't know one person who doesn't use a fucking regular USB anymore. So why the fuck is everything USB-C now? Like, it's fucking ridiculous. It's stressing me out because I know eventually they're gonna come out with another fucking port that's a USB something else. And then we're gonna have to fucking adapt to that. It's like, it's just costing more money. Like, it's costing me more money. So I had to get an adapter because I have multiple microphones, because I have my camera, and because I have like something else that I have to connect to it. I don't remember what it is. I fucking have to get like the ports that are like multiple, not just like one, because like they have one that you just get one and it's pretty cheap, but it's still like 20 bucks. So I had to get the one that like does all of them, and it was fucking like $40. And I'm just like, what the fuck? My computer was expensive. Anyone who's bought a MacBook Pro or a MacBook in general, they know that those fucking computers are expensive. So the fact that I had to get another fucking thing for this computer is really fucked up. It's really bothering me. I'm really tight about it. Like, all these things, like, everything's so fucking expensive. Goes back to my point about fucking adulting is ghetto. Adulting is ghetto as fuck because you literally have to spend so much money. Like, I bought everything from scratch. I didn't really have that many people like donating things to me or anything like that. Like, I didn't really I don't really hang out with a lot of people. I don't really talk to a lot of people, and a lot of the people that I'm friends with, like, they're struggling, so I'm not gonna ask them to like get me anything. So I ended up buying everything myself, and I've just been overwhelmed, genuinely overwhelmed. Oh, that's my app. Genuinely overwhelmed because I've just been spending money since I moved. Like, I'm like, oh, I need this. And because I have so much space, I like every room, if it's not filled up with shit, it looks like a fucking crack den. Like, I have like a pretty carpet and I have a pretty table and I have a nice couch, nice ass couch, but the room still looks fucking desolate. I don't understand why the fuck you spend all this money on things and then it's still not enough. Like, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Like, no one prepares you for when you fucking move out. Like, you think you have an idea of like what's gonna happen when you move out. Like, obviously, like, there are normal things like, oh, I'm gonna have to pay rent, like, oh, I'm gonna have to pay bills for like water or whatever the fuck, electricity, whatever the fuck you have to like pay for. But then you have to like worry about furniture, right? And then furniture, it's like there's so many different places to get furniture from. You can get really good furniture, you can get cheap furniture, you can get vintage furniture, which is basically really good furniture for cheap. And then you can get like some like weird ass furniture. You can get furniture that's like not comfortable, but it looks cute. You can get extremely comfortable, but it's not that good quality. You can get really good and really comfortable, but it's usually expensive. And if you like thrift it, you have to like go out of your way, and you need a fucking car, or you need someone who drives. It's just always, all of it is inconvenient. All of it. Financially, physically, mentally, emotionally. It's all fucking inconvenient. But my point is this, just like, it's just like so much work. Like, every day I'm working on something in my apartment. Every day I'm like, oh fuck, I need to buy this for my apartment. Every single day I'm like, oh, I wonder if that would look good on the walls, because my walls look fucking bare and it's bothering me. Like, I have so much anxiety being in this space because there's so much space. And I'm just like trying to fill it up, and I've done a decent job. Like, I just fixed up my bathroom. My bathroom looks so fucking cute. That's the only place in the house that's put together, that looks cute, that I like took the time. I like cleaned it up. I fucking got things for it. I like organized it well. I just did everything that I needed to do for that space. But there's a fucking hole in my ceiling because like there was water dripping. So even that is just like, that has to get worked on. So like even the perfect room, the only perfect room in my fucking house is still like there's still shit happening in there. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, so now I gotta go out of my way to like make sure I'm home one day when I have work to like have someone work on the ceiling, and then I'm gonna have to like clean up after them because my bathroom, like, I really value cleanliness in the bathroom. All right. But I really value cleanliness in the bathroom. Cleanliness in the bathroom is like really fucking important to me because like that's where your like genitals get exposed to everything. That's when I think that's the, what's the word? That's the time that you're naked the most, right? Like, sure, you're naked in your house on a general basis if you are that kind of person, or if you're just like a person who just like gets naked, obviously just to be naked sometimes, but that's where you're naked the most. So it needs to be clean. And then if I have like people coming in and out trying to like fix up shit with their like dirty ass boots, because I don't like shoes in my home. I don't like shoes on in my home. I make sure if you come in my home, you have to take off your shoes, but I can't do that to the maintenance guy because he needs to have that shit on because he's like fixing things in my house. So then I'm like, fuck, and I have a carpet and I don't always roll the carpet up because I fucking forget because they come early and I'm not an early like morning person. So I'm just like, fuck, like it's just getting dirty and it's like stressing me out because I'm gonna have to clean it again and I just cleaned it, you know? So it's just like maintaining, like just doing the regular shit that you have to do for upkeep is just really exhausting, but it's really rewarding. Let's not be negative the whole time. All right, let's be positive, because I fucking enjoy my apartment. I fucking enjoy the space that I have. I fucking enjoy that I have my things and they're like cute and curated. It looks a little messy right now because I'm a mess. My headspace is a mess, but at the same time, like my bathroom looks really cute. I love the way that I made it. I was so proud of myself. I built everything inside of my home like that had to be built, except for my dresser. My ex did that. He built that because that was difficult. But I pretty much built everything in my apartment that needed to be built. Like I have a table, I put that together. I have a bookcase, I put that together. I have a desk, I put that together. I just put together like this like little shelf in my bathroom, this bamboo shelf for like my towels and stuff. I put that together and I'm really proud of myself. Like I really was able to like be more independent in how I put things together. I'm able to curate my spaces in the ways that I want. Like if I want to switch things around, I can switch things around. I like that I can make every room like a different theme and I can find a way to tie it all in together. So it's really nice to have that like ability to do that, because when you live with another person or when you live with your parents, it's always like you have to accommodate them too. You have to keep them in the back of your mind when you decide to do things. So the fact that I'm able to do that is like really nice because, you know, like it's rewarding. It shows you that like you can do things by yourself. And I always knew that I could, and I've done things by myself because like I'm older, so I would hope that at my age I was able to do some things by myself. But this is like a new thing that I'm doing by myself, and I think it's like really cool. So I don't know. I really enjoy it. And that was my rant. It's only been 13 minutes. Love that. Oh no, it hasn't. It's been longer. I forgot that the fucking camera like turned off like midway. So yeah, but yeah, this is pretty much what I want to start doing. And you know, like even if no one really listens to me, I'm actually okay with it. I mean, I would like people to listen, but it's not a big deal if they don't, because like I'm doing this for me. I feel like I want to do this. This is something that I really enjoy doing. I'm just like able to freely like talk and like be myself. And I don't know, just like if someone's out there who like agrees, they don't even have to say anything, they don't even have to view it. Like if they hear about it, anything, like because you know what, I know at least one person's gonna see this, and I hope that whoever sees this, that they are able to agree and relate in some type of way. I really hope that I'm able to like be like a voice in the fucking ether of like all the fucking people out here, because there's so many people out here just like with podcasts that I'm just like, what the fuck? Like there's so much content. Like I'm not in a position to expect anyone to want to listen, but I'm talking for myself, and if anyone wants to listen, that's cool. But really I'm doing this for me, just because I need to get my thoughts out. If I don't get my thoughts out and like put them somewhere and express it in some type of way, it's really gonna fuck with me. So I'm really doing this for my mental health. But if you fucking enjoy it, cool, you know, let me know. Because it's really fucking hard to put yourself out there on the internet. I don't know if people like think about that because there's so much content on the internet, but it's really fucking hard to like put yourself out there and know that like people are listening to you, people are making fun of you, people are like enjoying your content, people are fucking like, I'm sure my neighbors can hear me talking and they're just like, who the fuck is she talking to? You know, like there's so many things that are like, you have to be vulnerable to do when it comes to things like this, like being on the internet. So I really hope that, you know, if this gets exposed to anyone, that they just understand that this is for expression, pure expression at the end of the day. Everything else, cool, but it's for me and expression, and I just wanted to express it on the internet because, I don't know, I need something to be tangible for me. Like, I need things that I create to be like physically out there, like available to others. I don't know why, but that's just how I grew up. Like I grew up with like cameras. I've had a camera before, like an expensive camera before. I grew up like I was in a play. I was in a couple of plays, you know, I was in a talent show one time. Like I need to like put myself out there when I do things, because that's just the only way I'm able to express myself. And it's like, even if no one sees it, or if one person sees it, like I'm just like, that like helps me in some type of way. Like just knowing that it's out there in the world for others to see if they happen to come upon it. But like, honestly, that's it. That's all I got. So thank you for listening. Thank you for taking the time out to, I don't know, listen to my ridiculousness. But there's more ridiculousness. I'm going to be posting often because, you know, I need an outlet. So whether people listen or not, cool, but it's happening. But thank you. Bye.